What is up, everyone? I'm coming on here for a couple of plays for today. Now today's Easter Sunday, guys. I want to keep this video short and sweet. I know a lot of you guys are probably, celebrating with your family and stuff like that. So if that is something you do, I hope everyone has a great Easter Sunday and, celebrates and has a fun time and everything with everything going on there. I do want to say for Easter, I have a 2-day free trial to my VIP access, guys. So if you signed up right now, you'd get all the way whatever 2 days is, right? So you'll probably get to like Monday night or whatever that is. And then this code's going to expire Sunday night. So the code will be gone. So make sure you go ahead and join and get that 2-day free trial access. If that is something you're interested in, you can go ahead and just get a little bit of a taste of the VIP and get my plays for a full 48 hours right there. Okay. So that'll be the first link in the description and in the pinned comment if you are interested in doing that. Again, it's completely free. No questions asked. My number is down here at the bottom here next to my, it's actually right here to the right next to my camera, and you guys can text me about anything, right? If you have any questions, if you have any questions about billing, any questions about the plays or anything like that, the strategy that we do long term, guys, shoot me a text. I'm always here, open and honest to talk to you guys and respond and chat about PrizePicks or whatever you want to talk about. So we did cash a 4.25x here, so that's nice to see. One thing that I really want to talk about, again, I want to make this video short and sweet, but the correlation is there. Like the correlation just straight up is there. We've had so many times the past 2 weeks, and I've been very open and honest about the past 2 weeks being horrible for us. We've had so many times where there's really 4 people on the League of Legends team that get a lot of the kills. There's actually 5, but there's really 4 main people that get all of the kills. The last person's called What's a Support. Their title is literally the support, so they do not get that many kills. And we've so many times bet on like 2 out of 4 of the players to go over or under, and the one person that we take, let's just say we take 2 overs, the one person that we end up taking over ends up going under, and then every other player, so the other 3 players will end up going over, right? So the direction that we did take them in. Hopefully that kind of makes sense, right? We'll bet on like the one guy that underperformed, and it's been frustrating, but just so you know, in League of Legends, this is true, right? This is just straight up true. If you watch any League of Legends game, you will know that when you win games, you get a lot of kills. When you lose games, you do not get that many kills, okay? So here's an example of correlation, right? You have 2 players on T1 go under together. Here's an example of correlation. This play went 3 and 4. That's probably one of the most frustrating things that can happen, right? This guy literally needs to go under, and he does go way over. But this would have been a 4-man if this guy just goes under, but he didn't. But this is extremely correlated with this Navi team here. You'll see this. These are the 2 guys in League of Legends. They go under together. They lose their game. Here is also a very, very strong correlated duo right here in League of Legends, right? They actually go over their line. I took their unders. They end up winning a little bit more than I thought, and they actually go over. I could go on and on, right? These 2 guys right here over together because they end up winning a game. These 2 guys right here, they end up going under together because they end up losing both games, okay? I watched this game. These guys played horribly, and they lost both games, and that's why they went way under. And then obviously in golf, on like Thursday or whatever, these guys went over and had a bad day and didn't get many birdies and stuff, and shot over the limit there. So the correlation is there, right? And I want to be very open about that, honest about that, is that, I'm not seeing anything where it's like, we're diverging from the strategy or anything, because League of Legends, Counter-Strike, these things are all very correlated together. This was another, play that I sent out a couple days ago with Trey Jones and Koi Pete. Trey Jones misses by 0.5 points. I told you guys about this yesterday. Trey Jones and the Bulls, they lost by 40 points. So Trey Jones gets taken out in the beginning of the 4th quarter. If it wasn't a crazy blowout, he would have got one more point, like for sure. So this was a play that, 2 days ago, we're going to have to count as a miss because it did miss, but Trey Jones really should have hit over 13.5 points. Now this play with LeBron and Silas DeMary, this was not a good play, and we did miss this one here, okay? So, you guys know I'm very transparent. It's not been fun the past 2 weeks. It's really, really not been fun. We're literally here probably, in the middle of March or whatever, up like 50 units on the year on PrizePicks and Underdog, and we take some insane downturn, probably the worst downturn we've ever had of like 50 to 60 units, which is incredible to me. Like it amazes me every time we have a bad run just how bad things can get by playing the exact same plays, the exact same strategy that we have used to gain like close to 1,000 units over the past 2 years, right? And all I can say is like, this is sports betting, right? You have major downturns, you have these pits of despair where you feel like nothing is going to hit ever, and then you have these massive peaks, I guess, where it just feels like everything's going to hit and you're never going to miss and everything you touch turns to gold pretty much. And it's really difficult sometimes to manage those emotions. It just straight up is. So let's get into today's pick, guys. The first pick of the day is going to be Orlando Magic to go ahead and win tomorrow against the Pelicans. I think this play is way, way, way off for the Magic. Pelicans not very good. I think the Magic should be minus 220 right now. If you look on Pinnacle, Magic is minus 195, okay? So we're getting like 15 points off of Pinnacle, which is known as being the sharpest sports book in the industry. There might be some other books that are pretty sharp as well, but Pinnacle is kind of known for being as sharp as it gets as a sports book, and we are getting like about 13 to 15 points of value by taking Magic money line. And I honestly think the Magic even have a better chance of winning right here. So I think this is a really good play. This is going to be taken on REBET, guys. You get $100 deposit match for signing up for REBET, and you'll get 2 free months of the VIP for using my code. So also, if you do want to get multiple months of the VIP, go ahead and do that. Sign up for REBET. Also, signed Tyrese Maxey jersey giveaway on this channel, guys. It's the least I can do. It's been a rough 2 weeks. It's been a rough, however long, but the least I can do is give back somewhere, and that's going to be an assigned Tyrese jersey, which is going to be given out the end of April. If you guys want to get entered to win, all you have to do is like, comment, subscribe, all right? So it takes like maybe 15 seconds every single day to like, comment, subscribe. It really helps me out. And every single day that you come onto these videos and you like, comment, and subscribe, obviously just subscribe once, but like and comment, you'll get 1 additional raffle ticket into this entry, okay? So by the end of April, there's 30 days in April. I make a video every day. You'll have 30 raffle tickets into April if all you do is just come on, like and comment every day, and you'll get a really good chance of winning this Maxey jersey, right? So again, I can't guarantee it's going to go to someone with 30 raffle tickets. It could go to someone that commented once, but you'll have a much better chance of winning this jersey here. And yeah, really, really cool jersey. And it's actually going to be coming in the next couple of days, so I hope I can show it off to you guys. All right, so let's get into the PrizePicks play of the day, guys. Our first play is going to be Reed Shepherd over 20.5 PRA. This is a super solid line. You will see on PrizePicks, guys, he has been absolutely dominating this line. I really like it when I see guys who are just super consistent like this, and they have like one game where it's a blowout. I mean, they won by 30 points or whatever against the Pelicans in this game where he gets 10. So if you really look over his, like, what is this, last 9 games, this game kind of a fluke because it's a blowout by 30 points. Now, I know that happens a lot in the NBA, but at the end of the day, he is a super consistent, like mid-20s guy for this PRA. And then even when he doesn't get that many minutes, like if he only gets like 28 minutes, 27 minutes, he can still hit this line. And then if he gets in the 30s, then he'll definitely pretty much hit this line. So we're going to take that over. He's also facing the Warriors, not a super strong defense. They're pretty much middle of the road here. And it should be a close game because Steph is coming back, I believe. He's questionable. So first game with Steph back in quite a while, I believe. So, should be a closer game right here. Houston does have still the some injuries or whatever where Shepherd is playing here. So we are going to go ahead and take that over as the first pick of the day for the PRA, okay? So that's going to be the first pick with Reed Shepherd tomorrow night. And then we do have Ade Mara to go over on Michigan right here, okay? So he just had a monster game against Arizona. He's had a lot of really strong performances in March Madness, and I think he is going to have another strong performance against UConn, okay? So, this one's a little bit of an interesting one just because this is probably going to be a very defensive matchup, Michigan versus UConn, but, it's really hard to say that because this is a championship game. Anything can happen in these games. Anything can happen in just these, like, massive, NBA Finals, NFL Super Bowl, just these massive championship performances. Everyone can say, oh, there's really 2 massive, defensive monsters, defensive, bulwarks in these teams, and then just something crazy can happen. So, this should be a good game, Michigan versus UConn. I was rooting for, honestly, a more offensive game, which would have been Arizona or Illinois getting through, but this does look like it's going to be a pretty defensive matchup right here. But I am going to take Mara to go over right here, just based off of his performances in March Madness, and I think he can put up, 14, 15, 16 points in this game because he is just such a massive player for for this team, okay? So this is going to be the two-man of the day on PrizePicks, guys. Again, hope you guys have a great day for Easter Sunday. And again, utilize this code, which is code Easter, to get you guys 2 days free trial. And like, comment, subscribe for this Tyrese Maxey jersey. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.